Volkswagen have finally revealed an update to their new models, starting with the VW ID.3 Neo. So this is going to be a replacement for the existing ID.3, but it has so many changes that they've actually added a new name to it, even though it's technically just a major facelift. So thankfully, they've introduced buttons for the interior. They've upped the interior quality as well, introduced some design changes on the outside to freshen things up and bring it in line with their latest design language. So in this video, we'll cover all of those changes and see if it's going to be a new hit for Volkswagen. So starting off with the new design language, this is the first introduction of that pure positive styling. So we've seen it now on the ID.3, and then we'll also see it on the new Polo as well. And both of these cars look markedly improved over the previous electric models introduced by Volkswagen. So some aspects of the exterior design include a friendlier face, light bar going through the badge, and then the C-shaped DRLs there, a cleaner body-colored look for some of the panels, apart from the black or gray panels that were used in previous iterations of this car. And overall, it just looks a little bit more cleaner, a little bit more Volkswagen. It's not a brand new model, but they've done as much as they can to freshen things up. And thankfully, on the interior front, a lot of the materials have been upgraded. One of the criticisms of the ID.3 and a lot of the ID models when they were introduced was that it was a step down for Volkswagen in terms of interior quality. And it's not only just been VW that have had this issue, even the likes of Audi as well have really suffered the last, let's say, 5 to 10 years with interior quality. So it's good to see that VW are stepping up now, trying to introduce some of the materials and quality that they were known for in the 2000s and 90s especially. So it's nice to see that they're taking this seriously. They're taking customer feedback seriously as well. And the sales have probably reflected that they haven't really got things right the first time around. So now that some of the changes have been made, we'll see how they fare in the market. In terms of other aspects of the interior, the physical controls have been introduced for things on the steering wheel. On the steering wheel previously, we've seen capacitive buttons. Some of the interior switches were minimized. Things like the front and rear windows were controlled by the same buttons. So some of those changes have really made improvements to the usability here. Touchscreen's a 12.9-inch system. There's a 10.25-inch digital cockpit display as well. It's got some retro dials too, which hark back to the original Volkswagen Golf. So just bringing back a bit of nostalgia there. And you've got just real buttons in places where you expect there to be real buttons. Things like controlling the climate control, volume as well here in the steering wheel, which we'll go into in more detail. And finally, in terms of powertrain options, you've got 3 sizes. You've got a 50 kilowatt hour option, 58 kilowatt and 79 kilowatt hour option as well. And there's a maximum range of 630 kilometers on the WLTP cycle. So a step up from before as well. So a bunch of wholesale changes here to the car. And a lot of these small improvements will add up to make a much better vehicle. Let's get into the exterior design now. Starting off with the front here, you've got that much more cohesive, friendlier face that you see here. So I really like how it flows nicely from the headlamps into the main grille here and then into the next headlamp here too. Pared back, strong Volkswagen design is what we're used to. No kind of strange shapes or designs that were too sort of organic, which we used to see before. Volkswagen are known for structured and strong and simple design. And that's what we're seeing here on the front end. The side profile is still the same car, so not a lot of changes, but as I mentioned, a lot more body colored panels now, add a sense of cohesiveness. New wheels as well, which look really nice, diamond cut finishes there. And then on the rear end, not too many changes as well, but just more body colored panels that are similar to the side profile, to just make it look a lot more of a cohesive design overall. So it doesn't look completely different. It's still a little bit high riding given this electric platform, so it's not quite as hunkered down as what a standard VW Golf would be, but I think it's a lot of small changes that add to a big difference, and it generally looks a lot better than it did before for sure. The interior is where the big changes have been made, so a lot of physical controls here on the steering wheel. It actually looks like a little bit of a retro design even, where you've got very clear and very large buttons for a lot of these controls. So voice control, navigation, changing your track, cruise control, all of that is controlled here by steering wheel. This lovely retro style display here really looks like it's from the 1980s, similar to one of the original Golf models. It is an option. You can switch to a more modern style setup as well. And then here in the center console, you can just see that there's a lot better materials used. So this is almost like a fake shaved carbon finish here, some fabric on the top as well. Got real buttons for things like volume control. Here in the center console, things for the buttons for the air conditioning. There's still, of course, controls built into the screen here at the bottom, but no kind of sliders or any annoying controls that were used before, which didn't always work as well. The materials just look generally a big step up. You can see here in detail a lot of soft touch materials, which are nice to see. We can see with the window switches as well, 4 window switches rather than the 2 that were used previously, which was a bit annoying to use. But just, yeah, an abundance of just real quality that just wasn't there before, which is nice to see. So you can see compared to the previous car, these are the changes that have been made. It didn't look too bad, the previous ID.3, but I think this just looks a lot more mature. The design looks more Volkswagen. I think a lot of the initial ID models look different for Volkswagen and customers didn't resonate with it as much. But here you can see it's generally a big improvement. More use of body colored panels just makes it look like a more well-rounded design here. And then especially in the interior as well, you can see that the materials look a lot better. This looks cheap, frankly. Even the screen itself has been upgraded to a more modern, slimmer bezel display. You can see here with the steering wheel in particular, a lot of these capacitive controls, even the digital cockpit was quite small and finicky here, whereas here it's nice, large, and clear to read. It's a far more mature and higher quality interior for sure. So this car, along with the new ID Polo, hopefully going to bring a change of fortunes for Volkswagen. Keen to see how it affects the rest of the range as well. And it's nice to see that they're listening to consumer feedback. For a long time, especially in this new EV era, we're seeing a lot of manufacturers just go straight on to massive screens, no buttons, cheaping out on materials, just because they feel like consumers will accept that. And to some degree, they have a lot of cars, but I think with some of these legacy brands like Volkswagen, people have an expectation for them of quality or usability and generally trying to live up to the expectations that they've got based on their previous experience of the car. So bringing back what people love about the brand, it's been super important, especially if they want to invest more into EVs moving forward. So those are the updates for the new ID.3, now the ID.3 Neo. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's a much improved car? Do you think there's still more that they need to do in order to make this appealing to you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.